Hello, folks. Welcome back to Forex Speech Malawi. We're still talking about chart patterns, and in this time, I want to talk about one of the other most used, the one I mostly use. I should say so because I love this one. This one I should start with buying. So let's say the market is buying. So we see a market buying, and gets set somewhere else, changes direction, and then comes back here. So you see, that's a resistance level. Alright, so it has touched for the first time. This is the second time. Unfortunately, the market breaks up. Boom. And then comes back here. Gets inside. And then goes back inside. And then this time, now, I think I should make this look bigger, guys. I should make this look bigger so that it should make sense. Alright, the market is buying. And then comes back. And then this is a resistance level. You look at this, that this is a resistance level. But unfortunately, it doesn't respect that. And then the market comes back. And then there's this guy right here, which is resistance. Now it's support level, right? So there's this zone that you see, and then the market gets here and changes direction, and gets here and sell. Okay. So when it gets here, what are traders thinking? So I'm trying to make sure that you guys should think like the way we were thinking before. So we were saying there are probabilities that the market mostly is going to what? To buy when it gets here. Why? Because 1, 2, confirmation. That's what we learned, right? So when the market is moving, actually, market players, market makers understand how we think. We know that the third touch is supposed to be a strong sell. That's it. Because 1, 2, no, not a strong sell. It's supposed to be a strong buy to get here. You see? So actually, traders are going to buy there. Some traders will buy. But unfortunately, the market will continue selling. So what do we call this? This pattern is called a head and shoulder. Head, shoulder. Why is it a shoulder? This is a shoulder. This is a shoulder. And you see this as a head. So this is why people call it SHS pattern or SSH. Or some call it SHS. Head, shoulder pattern. You can see this looks like a human being actually. You see these are your shoulders and your head. So let's talk about how people trade, how I trade, how I execute this. Let's, alright, so when you talk of head shoulder pattern, so I'm trying to make sure I teach this in a way that you should first look into how a trader would think, and then the market is doing the other thing, and then how you also have to apply this, how this is confusing other traders. You see? So because they have the understanding of support and level, support and resistance levels, and then now something different is happening. Alright, so in this scenario, a trader, when the market breaks this on, so like I said, the same thing. Mostly it will respect, sometimes it will respect this. Try to sell. So most traders will sell here because this is 1, 2, and then the third touch is happening, 3. So they'll what? They'll buy, not sell. Sorry, they'll buy. So when they buy, they put their stop loss just on top here. So the market instead is going to do this. Come back. Then they're like, it's okay, and then break out. So it's either it continues up to here. So this is so they'll put the. So if you see this as a trader, and then you see it breaking out, you look at this, and then you put your stop loss under here, and then you buy maybe here if you're a smart trader, and then this is all your reward. So this is how much you're going to earn, and this is how much you're going to risk. So this is the least in the world, you see. So at some point, like I said, the market might do this and then come here, break out this zone, retest, a resistance becomes a support. A support becomes a resistance, and then continue. Continue going the way it was going. So this is how we apply these things. Or sometimes it doesn't happen this way. It just breaks out here, retest, and then get up to here. So this is how the market happens. So this is a double, a head and shoulder pattern. Sometimes it happens in this upside down ways. So let me show you the opposite, which is, let's say the market was selling, or it was selling, gets to a certain level and changes direction. So this is support level. Unfortunately, the market doesn't respect this breakout. After breaking this, comes back here. So here, because this is a resistance level now. Okay, you know, as a trader, you have to see these things as, you have to be smart. You see this, the market, most people will look at it as the market is trying to be in a downtrend. You see it? You see this? How other traders are looking at it, and the market is trying to sell. So some traders will sell, hoping that the market is in a trend. You see that? So unfortunately, the market hits their stop loss. And when it gets here, some traders actually will benefit the sell if you are smart and you saw what will happen. When it gets here, it respects this. So this is the first time. Now the second touch, here. Now when it gets here, this is why this is the head, the shoulder, and another shoulder. So most traders, this is where people lose a lot of money. I didn't say in the other, as we were talking about. So I'm just, as we were talking, it was up the other way around. Most people just look into this. Let me remove this and get confused. So I'm trying to open eyes on you guys to learn from these examples. I'm giving a number of examples because I know this is how traders think, and then that's what makes them lose money. This is what makes them different from good traders, different from smart traders, different from FX Pijama. So because they, market makers, know how you guys think, and they do the other things to make money out of how you think, because they know you're going to do this. Most newbies will do this, and then later on they lose money because they're not. Most traders are impatient to wait for the market to confirm so that they can take the trend or they can buy or sell. All right. So most traders the market just get here. They'll say, I think this is a shoulder. Okay. They think this is a shoulder. This is a head. And then they say this is a shoulder. No, it hasn't yet happened because the market can continue its thing, continue going. You have to wait for it to get here. Now it looks like a head shoulder. So what are your expectations? Don't just buy here. No. I said no, don't just buy. Wait for the market to break this zone. When it's blocking, you can either buy or wait for a retest to touch here, and then when it shows that it's buying, now you can buy because there is a confirmation. Then your stop loss is actually here. Maybe you're buying it at somewhere here, so this is what you're risking actually, and then this is where your take profit is. So this is all you want. So you can actually, some traders will actually open some trades. The first TP is going to be here, second TP here, third TP. So you be like, how do they know that the market will first touch there, the market will first touch there? So yeah, traders, as a trader, you have to be smart. So sometimes they do this because they know market can come here. It depends with the type of movement also this leg has. You see, so the leg might have. So these are concepts that I'm just trying to help them. As it was coming here, let's say, there was things like this, right? So their first TP as a trader. So, all right. I'm doing this because I want you guys to do good on the forex market. I want you guys to be successful. one day I want you guys to surprise me. So this was maybe a trend. You see, a downtrend. People are selling. People are selling here. Comes back here. People sell here. Comes back here. Comes here. And then here. You see, this is how triggered the things is. Okay? You see, this is why these things are not just easy to see them until you do more practice or you find the right people to teach you. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Let me show you guys this. Okay, the market was going down. Alright, it said it does this, right? You see? It does this, right? It does this, right? Okay? I want you guys to see these things that they are not easy to be seen by every other trader, but only people that are smart. You see? So I want you guys to have eyes like a smart trader. Guys, I'm modeling you guys to become smart traders. Alright, so this is, you call this a downtrend. Like we call this a downtrend. Right, let me perfectly draw this so that you guys should see this and benefit from this. Right. So as a trader here, right, let me do it this way. Okay. Let me draw this trend line here. So the market sell, comes back here, sell, comes back here, sell. Right. So you have drawn a trend line and then comes back here. So what are you expecting as a trader? You're expecting that the market will sell here. You see that? The market will sell there because this is the 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, people lose money here, and then the market comes back here. Now you see how these things are not just that easy to be spotted. So traders lose money here because their stop loss maybe was somewhere here. Yeah, they lose money. Okay, they accept every trader will lose money here. But do they give up? Actually, you look at this, and then the market comes back. You see? And then respect this. You see? Now, this mostly happens when the market, so some traders won't lose money here. Why? I'm going to talk about order blocks. So it's because there's an order block maybe here. So when the market goes back, some traders even before will actually buy here because they have seen an order block. I'm going to talk about that later. So now, this is another trend trying to change direction. If you see it the way I'm looking at these things. So now, the market breaks this. So when you see this happening, now it has broken. So it does this, maybe a retest. You see what I'm saying? And then now the trend has changed. It will be coming back and then up to here. You see? So now this is the shoulder, head, shoulder. So that's the complicated way. I don't know how if you are lost here. Aren't you lost? But if you're a good trader, if you're now the trader that I want to make, I want you guys to be able to see these things. So this is how we look into the market. Now the trend has changed. Now it's going that direction. But how do you know that the trend is going to change direction? Mostly, one, there's another analysis that we're going to talk about. This was an order block. And then some of us, you see, you'll be shocked that we're going to buy here. Buy here and then take the whole shoulders. But sometimes you can only benefit just the head shoulder because you know it. Sometimes you can use it as a confirmation, but sometimes it's this big that this means a whole trend which is really big. So yeah, so these things are actually used in different ways. Like I said, it's a head shoulder. It can be used as a confirmation. Mostly this happens on a support level, mostly horizontal markets. Sometimes not only horizontal markets, but let's say this was a resistance level, so support level, and then the market comes. I'm really fast because I want to make this video short. Let's say comes here, let's say one tie, maybe this is a third tie. So as a confirmation, mostly it just does this, and then actually most people bought here, and then unfortunately they are kicked out of the market, hit their stop loss. Be like, hey, this guys, the market has been manipulated. Comes back, retest, and then if you lost money, every trader would have lost money here. But now you see that this is a head shoulder. Sorry, this is an S, H, S. So now you see that, oh, it was trying to form a head shoulder. Now you're going to enter the market, buy again, and benefit, recover what you lost here. Maybe your SL was here. let's say, so you lost this. So you lost this, you put again your stop loss here now, and then you benefit all the way from here, and then you recover everything plus you make more profits. So this is how good the forex market is when you start understanding dip. The same thing can happen here. It can either sometimes do this and then dip and then happen. Sometimes it does not dip. Sometimes the market will just, before it gets on the resistance level, it does this and then does that and then it goes down. So sometimes these things happen in a slanting way, and going down. Sometimes it's happening in a slanting way. So you don't have to memorize them. It can look the other way around. It can look slanting way, so, or straight. Yeah, let's go on the forex market and see if these things are really happening. So yeah.